Now, those who know me know how excited I am about this interview, being a house, a house music junkie. Now, influential, inspiring and game changer perfectly sum up Ralf GUM. The pioneer in the house music scene, GUM has been at the forefront of the genre since 1990. Never swaying at all from his passion, he's globally renowned for shaping and innovating extraordinary productions and DJ sets. With harmony, soul and groove at the center of GUM's ethos, he has created a distinctive, rich sound that is captivating a generation. GUM's masterful debut album, Uniting Music, framed his unparalleled impact on the music scene, bringing global success with the #1 Traxsource tune of the year, Kissing Strangers. His trajectory as a trendsetter solidified, now reaching gold status in South Africa for his second album, Never Leaves You. GUM was elevating house music to dizzying new heights. Now, Ralf has a new single out, and he joins us now in studio to tell us more about it. Ralf GUM, a very good morning, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. I mean, we haven't heard from you in a while. What have you been up to?
I've been around. I released my latest album 2019, just before we went into COVID. I was touring for it, and then obviously we've been in lockdown. So I released a lot of music during that time, actually. I decided to do singles instead of working on albums. Somehow I like that instant gratification of finishing a song and putting it out at the moment. So I kept on releasing singles. I haven't counted them, but I worked with a lot of local and international artists. I worked with Toshi, I worked with Simi. I think we later played the track I did with her, Bongi Muyana, and a lot of others. And now have a new single, and as well, we are finally back to normal with gigging, going out and being in public, you know.
Listen to you. I mean, the legend that you are, you haven't even counted the singles that you've produced. I mean, how has your last project been received in the market?
Oh, I can't complain. They did well internationally. They were played by our house scene, and in general I'm happy that house music is back in the clubs now after a lot of other genres, you know, hip-hop and then amapiano and so forth took over. The real house music is really back and people enjoying it, and it obviously helps our productions too to be out there and be recognized.
And you've also released, you know, your latest project with South African R&B sensation Ayanda Gia. We actually had her last weekend, and she's also another sensation in her own right. Just talk us through that project.
She's amazing. I worked with her the first time on my Progressions album, which was released in 2019. Had 2 songs with her on that album. And since then it was clear that we need to continue to work. But she's busy with her project. And, you know, I had other tracks to finish. So it took a moment until we had something new. But I'm absolutely happy about how it sounds now and that it's there. And I feel she's one of the most talented singers we have in the country, and I'm happy for her that she's as well recognized internationally. She's been to the United States, worked there on productions and was touring, and it's great to see, you know, if people blow up and make their way in the industry.
True. You know, what I quite like, Ralf GUM, is that you've always managed to, you know, to stay true to your musical vision and your growth. How then do you balance or find a balance between developing and growth, and as well as, you know, just finding establishing yourself?
I believe you don't have to change to grow, you know. I think you just have to work on your skills, get better in what you do, and the music I do is the music I feel. So I don't have to change myself to do what I do, and I want to stay or do what I really feel and what my heart tells me, and I always did that, and I'm happy that it worked out. And along the way you get better in what you do, especially if you keep on doing similar things. At the same time, I think it's important that the sound develops, but it doesn't stay the same, and you don't repeat yourself all the time. But I think, I'm just doing music and following that, and the sound naturally changes slightly over time.
You just said that you don't need to change in order to grow. Does that mean that your musical style will not change as well?
I don't intend to. I mean, I'm producing now since 30 years, and it's always been soulful house. it sounds different nowadays from the 90s, obviously, because of my knowledge, because of how I evolved, but the sound itself and the genre always stayed the same because that's what I am.
And you're quite right, it always stays the same. I mean, you produce a banger after banger. I mean, just as you're doing that sound check, my mouth was on the floor. I mean, just appreciating and enjoying the single that you're going to be performing for us this morning. So how then do you find the balance in terms of ensuring that you give the people what they want and just balancing what the people want and what you feel is right for that particular moment, for that market?
You know, I honestly don't think too much about it. When you go out DJing, obviously you look at your crowd and you see they might like it a bit deeper or a bit more soulful today. So you change according to that. When I go to studio, I believe as an artist you can't just please your audience. You need to be you, you need to do you, and then you hope that the audience accepts what you do. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, so once I'm in studio, it's me and the music, and luckily people enjoy what comes out of that usually.
And it's crazy, man. I mean, the way you produce music and the way you ensure that everybody, you just throw everybody in a trance whenever we listen to your set. And as much as you produce a banger after banger, do you find yourself under any pressure to outdo the previous album? I mean, till today, I know that so many people are still enchanted by Take Me to My Love with Monique Bingham.
Yes. No, I gave up on that. I think I just can continue doing music and you know, putting out music I feel, and I think the songs, they don't compete with each other, and Take Me to My Love blew up in such a big way in 2012 in this country especially, but as well outside of the country. I think you shouldn't try to top that, because then you run after something which might never happen, and just you know, continue doing and enjoying that you had such a big hit at that time. And if it happens again, it's great. If not, I'm still doing the same thing.
It's still good.
Yes.
So what are you going to be performing for us?
Today I play two songs. The first one is titled How Deep Is Your Love, which I did with Simi a while ago during lockdown. And then the second one will be the new single with Ayanda Chia, You're Special.
Right, right. All the best, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me.
Great stuff. Well, that was house music pioneer Ralf GUM, who will be back later to perform his new single, You're Special.